Alright, guys. What am I doing today? This is just a personal thing. Like everything me related, it's personal. It's relatable. Now, what am I gonna be doing? I'm gonna think why I should have $1 million. Let's change that to $1 billion because that's a lot of money. And low key, I want that, right? With $1 billion, what could you do? Me personally, how would I start off? If I had $1 billion, the first thing I'm doing, Berserk Deluxe, 5 through 14, and that's gonna be they're $50 a pop. 14, that's gonna be 450. Right now, I've already made great use of $1 billion. Now that we're at 550999999. So right, that's crossed out. So I'm at $999 billion. So what am I gonna do with this money? I'm gonna get a car, right? I share a car with my mom. I don't mind it, I just have to pick her up from work sometimes, and it's not inconvenient. We're both pretty efficient at communicating when we're going to need the car. Sometimes it is a bit frustrating because I'm like, hey, I want to do this, and it's difficult to do any big trips. Like, I'm trying to plan something to Joshua Tree with some of my friends, but it's like, my mom needs the car, so it's like, but I still am blessed with having a car and the ability to drive. So what am I going to do? I'm going to want a car. Not any car, right? We're going to want the Ford RS 200 Evo, right? And I don't know much about cars. How much is this going to be? It's a cute little rally car. It's fun. It can spin around in circles. Like, wow. Like, because other cars, their rear wheels go, well, their front wheels stay right there. So they do a donut like this. Front wheels right here. Back wheels right here. But when this car does a donut, it goes front wheels like this, back wheels like this. So it does big swirls. And it's also cute. Like, if you see someone pulling around like wah, wah, in this car, you're gonna think, wow, that's an ice cream car. And it's pretty. And it's also a rally car, so that's even cooler. Now, what else am I gonna do? So this is basically all I want right now. Actually, clothing. I'm gonna leave this vague, not specific. I actually have some articles of clothing that I would like. Let's go find some right now. No, let's actually not go find any right now. Because if I go look at clothing, then I'm going to be looking at clothing forever. So I'm going to give that a maximum to satisfy all of my worldly desires for clothing, 2,500. And you might just be thinking, shirts and pants? No, I'm talking, I need more socks. I only have one pair of shoes at all times, and I love them to death. Right now, I just have old Asics. I love them. They're comfy. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. But it would be nice to have more pairs of shoes. Not that I'm not already blessed to even be able to have a pair of shoes that I enjoy and that's expensive and that fits. And, when I need a new pair, I'm able to have them. But it would be nice to have more. But also, I need garments. I need more tops. I need more layers, I could go for more belts. I could go for more cool pants. Oh my god, pants are expensive. Whenever I'm buying clothes, usually it's like $100 to $150 per article. I bought this jacket actually recently. Jacket and pants, matching set. They're still coming in, but oh my god, they're so nice. Together they were like $220. But they're so nice, so worth it. I love having a job. So yeah, 2,500. This would be enough to satiate my hunger and my lust for clothing for quite some time. Now what else? I think if I had infinite money, I would relieve my friends, Because if I have infinite money, why do my friends need to have money? So, friends fun, right? So friends fun. What is this going to include? This is going to be like, we're going out for dinner. I actually just got back from going to dinner with my girlfriend and one of my friends. And, we got it for cheap because we went to where she works. So it was only like $40 for the three of us. So that was wonderful, right? But imagine if I could have paid the full 40 instead of just my portion. That would be amazing. And I would love to be able to do that. just without worry at all, every single time. Just my friends are here, and I go, hey, ladies, it's on me. And they all go, wow, you're so amazing, William. I love you. Can we get married? And I go, yes, guys, we can get married. And then I have, like, maybe one wife, two husbands, and we all kiss. We get really sensual and romantic at night. But I just think it would be really nice if I could go out with my friends all the time, especially because I live in an area where a lot of my friends don't really have that much money. So it's like, if I want to go rollerblading, sometimes we can't because it's like $20 to go. And they don't really got that money on them just to go out and have fun. And food is expensive. So, because, oh my God, why is food so expensive? It should just be like a natural born right, but maybe I'm a communist for thinking that way. Arg, 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 arg. Me and my Marxism. But yeah, it would be really nice to be able to buy all my friends stuff, and we go out and we get to have fun, and they would not have to worry and look at their bank account, and I would just say, ladies, please, it's on me, and they would all just be so happy, and they would not have to worry about money. All right, we're probably at like, if I had to say 999 million, we're probably at 8 right there. I'm not gonna increase the quality of my life drastically if I have this much money. Actually, I might. Let's think about that. And then, yeah. So this is how much money I'm left from already rocking all of this, if you really think about it. And that's a lot, right? And if I'm getting Berserk Deluxe, I might as well just get new bookshelves too. But I don't really have a place for bookshelves in my room because I already have bookshelves. And my house already has bookshelves everywhere. So since I already have bookshelves, I'm going to get house, right? And you might be like, why house? More importantly than why house, what house? So let's look at that. All right, I'm sold. This is my house. It is going to have a library. So this is my house, right? I'd say this house, but a bit bigger. It's gonna have a great room, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be beautiful. So this is my house. It has big library. Need to emphasize that point. Big library. Okay, big library. That's what that says. I'd say where I live, that's probably 2 million. So we got a new house now. But what about my old house? Right? I live with my parents, and I'm at a normal age to do that. It's not depressing. So, house old. And my parents have been living in this house for a while, so they have a lot of it paid off. But what if I just said, ladies, please, I got this. And my parents are so happy with me guessing $200,000 to pay the rest of it off, so they don't have to worry about that. We can just keep this house forever and ever and ever and ever. And then my grandma's house, right? My grandma house, she lived there. My grandma does live at my grandma's house. So I'd want to pay off her house because that would be nice. So I'm going to say she has a nicer house, definitely. And she's only had it for like 5 years. So this is paying off others. This is like housing, you know. So what about other stuff? You know, what other stuff is there in your life? Travel, right? Travel. I'm not going to stick to where I am. Oh, wait. Actually, first things first, before I enjoy myself more, siblings. What's up with them? I got 3 of them, and they're amazing. So my siblings are all in college, and you know what that means? College debt. And it is cruel how expensive it is. My sister is at a UC. One of my sister just has debt. The other one, my brother has debt. So there's a lot. I'd say that's probably going to be, they've all done pretty well with it. So I'm going to say 100,000 plus 50,000. You know how you do like plus minus 50,000? Just plus 50,000. So that would just be a range, but I don't really care. So paying off my siblings' college would be like 100 and 150,000. But let's not be ignorant. Just paying off their college isn't the only issues they have in life. I could also, but if I pay for their rent, right? People grow idle if they have no challenges in life. So if I didn't pay for their rent, would they just lose all purpose? I think my siblings wouldn't. I think they would still work so they could go travel and see the world. So I'm gonna duplicate this layer, blah blah blah, and then let's go la 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 999,995. Let's round down just out of the kindness. So, right, how do you even spend a single billion? Wait, I did math wrong, but let's just say La la la. Oh yeah, I was a trillionaire before then. Let's say I was not a trillionaire before then. Let's say I'm a 10 billionaire. Yes. Okay. Actually, no, at this point I would be a 9 billionaire because if I started off as a 10 billion. What did I start off with? I started off with $1 billion. Okay. So I had $1 billion to start with. Now I don't have $1 billion. This is so sad. I only have $995 million left. What am I supposed to do? Okay, with this enormous sum, what have I already done? I got myself an amazing car. I got myself an amazing house. And that house is not furnished. Oh my gosh. Amazing furniture. That's what I need. Furniture. 20,000. There's no way to furnish a house that is more than 20,000. It actually is definitely more than 20,000. I'm going to say 50,000. That's crazy though. That's very sad to think about. So I furnish a house, 50,000. I have my house furnished. What else do I need in my amazing house? Books? Books are going to be a subtle thing over time. Oh yes, artwork. Artwork is pretty. I'm gonna buy from local vendors that actually have pretty stuff. Or display, and I make a Transformers room. Artwork. Local artwork's expensive. Let's say I have 72 walls and I get like 3 pieces of art for each 72 of those. That's gotta be like 216. And 216 times, let's say 100, that's gonna be 2160. That's gonna be a lot of money. What else am I gonna do with this much money? Oh, because I'm not broke, I can buy Pokemon cards, right? Pokemon cards. And I'm not gonna buy like already opened PSA graded. I'm gonna buy unopened and I'm gonna open them. So it's 3,000 per single pack. I'd probably only spend like 10,000 max. Only 10,000 max? That's a lot. And this would make me happy. Oh, what else? Oh, well, we're on it. Pop Mart, right? Because I don't buy Pop Mart because it's expensive. It's like $20 a figure. But the figures are very pretty. I think I can see myself spending 2,000 there, max. I could just buy all the figures I wanted. Yeah. Peach Riot, come to me, please. Thank you. A Minecraft server. That's what I also need. Minecraft server, I would just Zelle, so that's gonna go under Zelle because I'd send money to somebody to buy it for me, and that's gonna be roughly $2,000 for my Minecraft server. My Minecraft server with dedicated WAM. So with that, that's gotta be 50,000, 21,600. So that's 71, blah blah blah. That's 81, 83, 85, 83,600. So if we go back to this duplicate layer. So now we're probably at 994 million, right? This is how much money people have. And you know what's insane? This is not even the richest people. You know what I would do? I'm going to buy an arena. I'm going to do a huge project, right? This is my arena. This is going to be called the Thunderdome. This is going to be the Thunderdome because there's always thunder. And this is going to be what the rest of my money goes to. The rest of my 990 billion million. This is going to be the rest of it goes. And it's going to be public use. It's going to be free. The only thing you have to do is show me a presentation on why you should get to use the epic Thunderdome. And the Thunderdome, it's going to have everything you could want. There's going to be Monster Jam at least once a week. Just once a week. And El Toro Loco is going to be there, and it's going to be wonderful. So, El Toro Loco is going to be there. That's just, you can't really get past that. It's just going to be there. It's just divine rights, natural stuff, social theory. It's just there. When the Declaration of Independence was there, El Toro Loco was there in the Thunderdome. So, we're there, and you want to mess around in the Thunderdome, which I'm like, yeah, that's what the Thunderdome's for. You just have to talk to me. You have to go, hey, William, I want to use your Thunderdome. And I'm going to be like, what for? And you're going to pitch the greatest idea ever. We found a way to resurrect Selena Quintanilla, and we're trying to have her do a concert again. I'm sold. I'm funding that entire thing for free because it's a great idea. So now you have a Selena Thunderdome. Bam! And it's not just going to be Selena. It's not just gonna be Selena Quintanilla. It might be whoever. You know, you found out. Actually, you're not gonna get any other artist other than Selena. Maybe Leve. I don't. It's you just gotta. It's me. It's my Thunderdome. I own this Thunderdome. You don't own this Thunderdome. This is mine. And this is probably gonna be probably like 100 million. So the Thunderdome is 100 million, but it's so worth it because now I get to make people's dreams come true. See, people come to me, they're broke. They didn't get this $1 billion that I got. They just have passion. They just have dreams. And they come to me and they say, William, come on. This is a great idea. And I either say, this is the greatest idea you have ever made. It will make America so much better. Or I say, get out. Your ideas are garbage. What you have is garbage. And then I recite the entire United States Supreme Court decisions. All of the landmark. Yeah. And it's trash. What you tell me is trash. You come up to me, you give me a presentation, you say, hey, I think we should get rid of the 8th Amendment. Fuck no. That's my favorite one. So then what do? Number one, I have levers, Minecraft levers placed everywhere. If you give a bad thing, this is me. I don't know why there's a weird line there. And I pull this lever, downward motion. That's the downward motion right there. And then you go, uh-oh, there's a trap door. And you fall through that trap door. And you get publicly humiliated. You get shamed in a cruel and unusual way. So your suggestion of getting rid of the 8th Amendment, which prohibits cruel and unusual punishment, is now being violated because your idea was so terrible. You no longer deserve natural rights. Back to the topic at hand. This leaves me with about $895 million. So what do you do with $895 million? All right. This is going to be a difficult one for you guys to follow. Stuffed animals, right? I love them. You love them. We've all had them. Think they're important. Think they're incredibly important. So I spend 500 million on getting everybody a stuffed animal. And everyone's going to be so happy. They're going to be like, wow, William, you're amazing. You're amazing. Thanks. And I'm going to tell them you're welcome. And they're going to start crying and tell me they're naming their next kid after me. And I'm going to be like, okay, don't go that far. And they're still going to do it because they kind of worship me and they grovel at my feet. And I say, that's kind of weird, but they still do it. And then they start playing leapfrog in front of me. But it's a weirdly thankful version of leapfrog. And I'm kind of confused on what's happening. But they say it's a way to display gratitude. So I say, you're weird. And I pull the Thunderdome lever. And now that kid will never be named William. That next kid that was supposed to be named William to show gratitude will never be named William. So this is actually my secret plan on how to eliminate the name William. Eliminate William. Thank you for my TED Talk. With $1 billion, I will eliminate the name William. Adios, chachas.